Everybody, how you doing? This is Brother Shelby here. I just wanted to actually launch this video session here because there are a lot of things that have been going on, and I've been having a lot of discussion with many of you, doing a lot of research and questioning, as well as just looking for insight both within myself and outside of myself, both on the spiritual realms and the physical realms. And it's been a journey, a long time coming. I've learned quite a few things that I want to share with you, discuss, and perhaps we can start a dialogue and come together, at least from where we agree. I think that in life, one of the things that has been troubling us lately is that there's so much conflict in the balance. So I have a couple of philosophies that I've learned to be true, and one among them is that the truth can always be questioned. Um, Anything that's going to be good usually isn't something someone's going to hide. So the first thing that's been on my mind is that I think we as a species have been led astray on many great topics. I bring this up to your attention because I've heard things before, and many times I've done nothing. And I always consider myself a go-getter. I'm gonna do things. I'm not gonna let things slip. I'm gonna research things. I'm gonna discuss and dialogue. And but for two or three real points that I learned over the last really 20 years with dawned on me, and I had to ask myself, why haven't I done anything about it? Why is that true? The first was that I had been led to believe through our scientific system that we use 12 to 15% of our brain, and that the smartest person, perhaps an Einstein, was using 15 to 20% of his brain. And it never dawned on me to say, well, what is the other 80% doing? What's not hooked up? What's not turned on? And I let it die up until very recently. But added to that was the second question. I had done some research in science. I remember in high school I had to look at physiology and microbiology, and started going through cell structure and biology honors classes. But one thing that never came up solved was the fact that we have this unused DNA. Our scientists have called it junk DNA. Now, that probably should have been an alarm clock for anybody out there, right? Junk DNA. Because the reality is that we have this two stranded double helix DNA now, but in our bodies, we have atom strains of DNA that are equate to, let's say, 64-bit DNA. Now, for those of you in technology, you can understand that in the case of a motherboard. So you have all these 32-bit Microsoft operating systems and 64-bit and 128-bit encryption and 256-bit encryption. The algorithm goes exponentially on the numbers. Excuse me. And just the fact that you can connect with all these different things. So that was the second thing. And then finally, there's the other component, which encompasses through all my philosophical or religion, esoteric studies, was the fact of life and death itself to the point of multi-dimensional reality. Meaning, like, we live in physical 3D. Well, there are 12 dimensions, more than nine. I mean, what are the realms that exist? And this has been manifested through childhood heroes and Thors and extraterrestrial contacts and angels and books and demons and jinns and the movies Wishmaster and Dune. And there have been many reflections of things uh, that have been conditioned us, such as the movie industry, such as we have Independence Day and all these pictures of aliens and Transformers, and we just have the Harry Potters and Lord of the Rings, so we can fantasize in these realms. But um, truly, what I've learned is that these realms are the indication of what is out there in the vastness of space and uniformity. So, if we have any doubt about the fact that there is an other existence, let's not forget that we've been told the biggest lie before that was that what? Earth was the center of the universe. I mean, come on. Was it 200 years ago? Earth is the center of the universe, let alone, it ain't even the center, what even the center of our solar system? I mean, let alone our galaxy, let alone, this is ridiculous. It's not even worth numbers. But what I will tell you, for those on a quantitative analysis or on some empirical data, we have, uh, in our galaxy alone, 100 billion stars, Milky Way galaxy. And it's one of the smaller ones compared to some of the big galaxies. But our telescopes have the range to see 100 billion galaxies. All right, so you do the math. There are 100 billion times 100 billion. That is like an astronomically large number. So trust me, you have to be supremely arrogant to think that we're like the only ones in town. That being said, that brings me to some things that I've learned that we may want to do to help ourselves out. And the first thing is that learning that wherever you are now, that you are in a moment where everything is about the now and you are forgiven for anything. And this extends out to whoever or whatever you have done. Once you come to that realization that you, as a creator, vice chair for this planet, we're the native species, have been been given a gift that sits inside your physical body. We hold the history of the universe within our physical bodies. The kingdom of heaven is within. And thus, if you have faith, you can move a mountain. You can walk on water. You believe, yes. Now, let's talk about how to believe. Well, first, to know that energy is love and never dies. And if you know that love is life, that's what you seek. So that makes it easy to separate. Not condemning, because there's always light, but if you don't know light, you need to know what? Dark. So it gets very complex, my brothers and sisters, but it isn't. It's for those who see the truth. The truth is just love, truth, and love, and truth creates and yields power very easily. So what I would have you do is submit with me. There's some things that we can study. Now, the first among them, what I've learned is that our human bodies, with the DNA activated and the emphasis on other vital organs such as our pineal gland, we hold incredible power. Power of consciousness, power of creativity, and thus thought. Thought, thus creativity. It's through our thoughts that we create. Fear is the mind killer. The way out is the way through. So there's something that you may want to do now is to begin to heal your bodies and understand that you have life in you with the optimization of the truth by bear witnessing that the chakras that live in you are the real. These 7 chakras are vortex centers in the body and 5 outside the body for a total of 12. 12 being a key number in the development and understanding of all things in life. 12 months, okay? The 12 uh, zodiacal signs. I mean, there are 12 everything, 12 ages, the 12 apostles, the 12 tribes of Israel. I mean, 12 is the number that is coded in for the communicative cosmic connection and sharing of all. Now, Earth, mankind has the ability to open these chakras and thus connect and be the bridge between the Mother Earth gods, our Mother Earth planet, which we know we've been hurting mommy, and our star god, and we're ruled by the sun here. So we have the sun manifesting, and we have the earth underneath. But all that is the essence of light that came from Prime Creator, which we call God, Allah, Heavenly Father, the one true of all. And He has endowed these entities with the ability to create, manage, rule, and they're highly intelligent. So by adding and opening up these chakras, which are from the bottom, your root chakra, which is called the Muladhara, and then you have your sacral chakra, which is called the Swadhisthana. Excuse me, the root chakra is basically for ruled upon survival, because the instinct for survival is just the gut of there, and the sacral chakra is for like sex and identity. The third chakra is in the center here. It's called the solar plexus, and it deals with the gut, intuition, the knowing. And then your heart, okay, and your heart chakra is next, and it involves the transmutation or transducing of energies from the higher realms. So then go down to the lower realm, which is the 3D, third dimensional chakra, second dimension, first dimension, which is life existence. And moving up the chain, this chakra is the throat chakra, which allows you to command the voice, because the word is truth, and the word is power, and that way you can communicate, interaction between all these. And this sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, also called the brow, which allows you to open your pineal gland to the other multi-dimensional realities. And finally is the crown chakra, which opens you up to oneness of the earth and the cosmos. Starting from there, you have the eighth chakra, which is about 6 inches above your head. Ninth chakra, about 3 feet out. And the 10th chakra is out into the solar system. The 11th chakra extends from that point to the galaxy, and the 12th chakra resides somewhere anchored out in the distant universe. And these chakras are vortex ends of light coming from Prime Creator, so these are real. And Eastern religions study this. I'm telling you now, trust me, go out and check my stuff. Bring it. Help me elevate and understand. Bring me more knowledge so we can bring everyone. The second task is to, excuse me, after that is to awaken what we call my Kundalini. And Kundalini is has it as a coiled serpent of energy that resides in each body. And it, at a point, usually, it activates and it carries this cosmic energy, which we are from the stars, through these 7 chakra centers and plugging them in and activating them um, like fire. And I mean, like when I say fire, I mean they have the power to heal. When you talk about a white lighter on Charms One, or holding, healing someone, and just the Osiris sitting in the tub and then coming back to life. You don't die, you regenerate. You just are alive because you're a creature of life. It's like manifestation to this cosmic energy. And then finally is to learn how to activate what I call, and what I've learned is called the Merkaba structure, which is my gateway back to Prime Creator, is to be with him. Um, Merkaba structure is a gift given to humanity because we are the star seeds that have a mission. And what I want to say very importantly before I go, try not to be too long winded, is that we are incredible creatures. And what I've come to believe is that we not only hold in the history of the universe within our physical bodies, but we've been around for eons. And when we say eons, we're talking 500,000 years for one eon. And we're talking several eons. So the planet being 4.8 billion years, well, hey, we've probably been around 3 to 4. Really, if you ask me, 4.8 from the get-go. Because in my understanding, is Prime Creator who set the path to the original man and said, hey, here's your planet. Put a seed in there. You name everything you create. You make a world where it's cohesively all the lively creatures which come from these other sentients that are existing. So all the creatures that are out there existing come and donate their DNA to Earth for the sentient creatures, manifesting animals, etc. And we were the vicegerent stewards of it. However you think we lost that, it doesn't matter whether you believe Christianity in the fall or whatever. Or the point is we were raided by our lack of due decision or ignorance. It doesn't matter. We lost dominion through transgression and the spoken word. But we didn't lose anything. We just chose to not do it. Losing didn't matter if you had true repentance. So once you know where you messed up, you repent, change, and boom, you're on. So this is my message to you. You can change now. You can go right away. You can give up everything in the flesh to have life. The spirit counts for everything, and the flesh does not count for anything. If you have humiliation, it's only because you weren't humble first. Humility before humiliation keeps you happy in creation. I thank you for listening. I say all these things in the name of the Creator, Prime Creator, God Allah, Father God, whoever you so be, that we are one. Anyone who joins me on the truth of life, love, in the family life, I welcome you. All sentients all over. I send this energy out to you and ask you to come to me to help enlighten me for the love of the planet, myself, all those who are in love and truth. If you have those characteristics, I'm about with you. If not, I don't want no nonsense. I want no part of it. For I'm on a campaign of greatness. It has been written and it is done. And I thank you very much, Shelby.